Hey everybody, it's Melissa here with communicatewithangels.com, and today I have a special guest for you all, and my guest and I are going to talk about La Familia Nuestra. This is the opportunity for you to learn about how energies move into our environment. It's like the weather moves in and moves out. It's like the waves of the ocean move in and move out. And we are influenced by energies and trends in our environment. Astrology talks about this, but there is also another system that we call La Familia Nuestra that really gives you great tools, great insight about understanding your environment and really working with it for your success. So I'm going to introduce my guest. Her name is Jan Burke, and she just happens to be my mum, but she's also a very wise spiritual consultant herself. So would you like to introduce yourself, Jan?
Yes, thank you, Melissa. Yes, as Melissa said, Jan Burke. I'm living in New Zealand at the moment, but I have done a lot of travel around the world and worked as a teacher in other countries, including the United States. And I've always been interested in energy. That was the part of my spiritual search, which caught my feeling part, lit my fire the most. And I've learned through La Familia Nuestra that the different energies that come in and out of planet Earth are the ones that help me to understand when to move, when to stay in one place. And so when I understand this, then I know that I can be at the right time, at the right place for me, and be more successful. You know, life is smoother.
Yeah. So we are going to give you a taste of what these energies are all about today, and then also going to direct you to another free class where you can learn more. But the first aspect is the energies. So would you like to share what those are?
Sure. So there are 6 energies, right? So, and the energy, as you can imagine, is different for each one. So the one I'm going to talk with you about today is action energy, right? Action. Now this energy is very directed and moving. You know, sometimes you just move into action and everything falls into the place, boom, 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 just like some of those tiles that keep falling down one after the other. But it can also be a time to be alert, you know, because it's through action that we are successful, and we all want to be successful. So by focusing on our direction, we can move through the challenges and the pitfalls and so on, and attain tremendous success. So it is a very directed, moving energy. I personally really like action energy because I know whatever I have planned for that day is going to be easier. Not always 100% easy, but easier, and I accomplish more in less time.
Yeah. So what we're talking about is that some days you actually have a calendar that's available. Some days on the calendar will be, okay, today, Tuesday's an action day. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is a friendship day. And they will move in and out of these different, sometimes it will be just one day of this energy. Sometimes it even can go for a whole week. It all just depends on how things are flowing at different times. And by knowing what energy it is that day, you can kind of flow with it and work with it and use it to your best advantage, really. One of my favorite energies is friendship. And so I'm always excited if I have a social event with friends scheduled and I notice that it's going to be a friendship day. I know that we're going to have a great time. On those friendship days, you will feel probably that more chatty, and other people around you might be as well. It's a time to really connect with others, to communicate and to share together, to have fun together, and to really just thrive in, you know, that connection with other people. So those kind of social events are very conducive to be scheduled on a friendship day. So on the free class we're going to do next week, we'll talk about what all those energies are and kind of give you an overview of it so you can learn all of them. The other thing that you can learn about with La Familia Nuestra is what we call the stick figure concepts. And that word is a little bit misleading. What it's really talking about, and Jan can share it from her perspective too, it's talking about these concepts that you could be affected by in the environment. If somebody has a tendency toward one of these kind of personality types, and they look like stick figures on the calendar, you might encounter that kind of a personality, that tendency more when that energy is very prevalent in the environment. And so this is something that can be so helpful to know about so that you can be prepared to really meet an energy like this in a positive way, to have your solutions kind of prepared ahead of time. So can you share more about that, Jan?
Sure. Yeah, the concepts are an emotion, which can be both positive and negative, right? So and we don't need to hold on to the negative part of this emotion, but once we recognize it, because the energy of the concept of that and the emotion of that is stronger, not just on that one day, but you could feel it coming and then it'll go, sort of like an ebb and flow. It come in, and then it'll be maximize, and then it'll go. So the example I'm going to give you is Arthur. Now, each of these stick figures have a name. It's not particularly aimed at any particular person, but just so that we can identify them a bit more easily. So Arthur's positive true feelings are, I want to accomplish. So it's nice to be able to have that in your energy at this time, I want to accomplish, because right now for me, it's Arthur concept. So I want to accomplish. So the negative part of him can be a put down artist. I think we've all met those now and again. And it's kind of like, well, how dare you question me? Huh, that kind of energy, right? And it's almost like, well, you know, it's my way or the highway. This is your choice. Well, it's hardly a choice, it's an ultimatum. Okay. But it can also be, I didn't do it, he did, or she did, or it wasn't my fault. Don't blame me, that kind of emotion. And it's kind of like a demeaning thing. It can be, you know, yes, okay, I forgive you because you don't know what you're doing. You know, I feel sorry for you. So once it's just being aware, like that slippery banana skin. We can, if we're aware of the banana skin, we can avoid it. Or, and at the same time, we can, if we experience that negative emotion, then we can just tune into the positive emotion. I want to accomplish.
Yeah, so similar, they'll kind of move in and out, where in the environment there's going to be more of a tendency for you to notice that those kind of personality traits coming through. So another example is Diane. And when Diane is in her true feelings, it's I am helping people to help themselves. But when the out of balance aspect is to be a big shot and to want others to be loyal to her, not to themselves. So, you know, I know some people like this, and there can be, you know, just a tendency for people to emanate this a little bit more when that Diane energy is in the environment. It's like we're just picking it up and we're, you know, feeling that, whether it for yourself or other people. So it's always knowing that the solution is to come back to the balanced trait, which is Diane, I am helping people to help themselves, not telling them what to do or wanting them to do things my way, right? So I hope that gives you a taste of how just helpful it is to understand these energies in the environment. And lately I've heard people talking about astrology a lot, and I think astrology is great, but it does tend to be quite complicated. And the cool thing about this is it's very simple. It's simple to understand. You can have that calendar right in front of you so that you know what's coming. And then you can use it every day, actually, as a spiritual tool for your growth and regrouping. So I hope that you will join us to learn more about this. We're going to be doing a free live class, and that's going to be happening on Wednesday, August 25th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And the page to go to register for that is communicatewithangels.com/LFN, and that stands for La Familia Nuestra, so LFN, communicatewithangels.com/LFN. We will record it if you can't make it live, but I do hope that you will show up live and really learn how you can, work with the universal energy in a better way, understand it and utilize it in your life. We're going to share just a lot of valuable information and give you some experiences on that class. So invite your friends, and I'm really excited to be doing something with Mum because she's awesome. Anything else you want to share, Jan?
I think no, but just say this is so exciting. It's changed my life, and just being prepared ahead of time is like worth millions.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for sharing, Jan, and everybody watching.
Welcome.
Can't wait to see you on that free class. Communicatewithangels.com. Yeah. Communicatewithangels.com/LFN. See you guys there.
Bye.